I empathize with my colleague who just left, Senator Gloria. And Senator Gloria, let me go on record as a person who respects women, because all my life I've worked so hard to respect women. The issue today is something which is very emotive, and I know where you're coming from. But what the Speaker has proposed is for us to consider whether we go the committee way or we go the plenary way. Mr. Speaker, listening to your communication.
Okay, please just take your seat, please. Please take your seat. Please take your seat. Senator Ledama, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me reiterate again, and I hope that I can be protected from... Mr. Speaker...
What is your point of order, Senator? What is your point of order?
Mr. Speaker, point of order is a right, it's not a privilege. Standing order number 91. Stop shouting. You are not in Maasai market. Stop looking
Cherargei,
down at other people.
Kindly...
No. Don't stop shouting at me. You are not in a market. Point
Senator
of order,
Cherargei,
Mr. Speaker. Standing order
you
number
are
91.
out of order, Senator Cherargei. You have the floor. Address the chair.
Mr. Speaker, point of order on 101, contents of the speech and standing order number 1. The Senator of Narok, my good friend, who happens to be the Deputy Minority Leader, should stop engaging a member directly. He should stop, Mr. Speaker. Instead of talking to Gloria directly, he should address Gloria through the chair. And that is what I'm just saying. So, Mr. Speaker, this is not a protest, my brother. Easy maandamano. Mr. Speaker, what I'm saying is that he should engage Senator Gloria through the seat, Mr. Speaker, through your chairmanship. Not assenting, Mr. Speaker. And we need protection. If there are people who want to do maandamano, they can go to Kamukunji. This is a house of rules and regulations. He should just address Senator Gloria through the chair, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, he's out of order.
Very well, Senator Cherargei. Senator Ledama, kindly proceed.
Mr. Speaker, I know people are excited to go on holiday, but being cantankerous should not be one of the excitements. Mr. Speaker, earlier on I indicated clearly that I support this motion because this will not be my first impeachment proceeding, or rather removal proceeding, that I participate in. I've sat here and I know the reasons why I was among the people who proposed that we go the committee way. Mr. Speaker, I sat on this very chair when we were removing Governor Mike Sonko. And my colleague, who was sitting on the right, the majority leader, said to me, this is a political process. This is not a legal matter. On that day, I was naive. I sat there, I took my pen and paper, and I was following the arguments which were being made by the legal counsels for both parties. But ultimately, when it came to the point of us voting, I was not given an opportunity. Our standing orders do not give us an opportunity to now contribute and say, this is the reason why I will vote to impeach Mike Sonko, or these are the reason why I will not vote to impeach Mike Sonko. Mr. Speaker, it was simple. Come and vote. Article 123 of the Constitution. And this is to inform my dear sister, the nominated senator, what's her name? Senator Gloria, that ultimately, when it comes down to voting, only head of delegations are the ones who will vote. Elected senators. That is by the Constitution, that is not by Ledama Olekina. So it doesn't matter whether the matter is so emotive. In fact, what will even give the governor an opportunity for a fair hearing is when a committee sits, looks at the issues, the evidence, go through. Mr. Speaker, when I sat here, even if I had my pen and paper and I can read very fast, I never got an opportunity to examine the evidence which was being presented for the removal
Honorable
of the former governor.
senators, can you consult in law
So,
terms?
Mr. Speaker, like I said, I know this is an emotive issue. But for the first time, let us be seen as having given justice an opportunity. I particularly say that I would never participate, although it is my duty, I would never participate in a plenary session to remove a governor. Because what we do, we sit here, you know, the two parties argue their matters, they bring matters of law. We are not a court of law, we are a quasi-judicial process. In fact, it is purely political. It has got nothing to do with law. We know very well when I listen to the charges you brought that have been read out, Mr. Speaker. You know, I will read Article 207 of the Constitution. I will read Section 109 of the PFM Act. But seriously, sitting down here as a senator, will I get an opportunity now to say, give me the evidence? Let me go through the evidence, the receipt that the governor authorized the spending of money at source. Those are accusations. Mr. Speaker, I think it is important for our colleagues to remember that this Senate does not impeach a governor. The impeachment happens in the county assembly. The county assembly are the ones who impeach the governor. Our job here is very simple. As per Article 181 of the Constitution, is to go through the law that was set up by this parliament, which is the County Governments Act, to go through the process of removal. In fact, it will come to a point whether we're looking at it. We're not going to be able to see whether this is a man or a woman.